Tonight we have a special unboxing. Team Corrali Sketer XP4S. Yeah!
I wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
That.
Oh!
And I landed it. There you go. See?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
Be wandering off and shit, dog.
Wouldn't be standing
Yeah. Finish my cup and post.
Tonight we have a special unboxing. Team Corrali Sketer XP4S. Now this is a all-new Team Corrali. It's based, I think, on the Radix and Python chassis, but with extra bracing and all that kind of stuff. It also has a new transmitter. We'll check that out in a minute. It is the same wheelbase as an 8th scale buggy, 327 millimeters, and the length varies, I guess. I'm not sure. I think this is without the wheelie bar, and this is with the wheelie bar attached. And it's got a this is a hobby wing based system here. It's a Curon 725, 2150, and the Torax 135 2-4S. It's the high voltage servo 7225. I have one of these for my Typhon build over here. TLR Tune Typhon. I think this is one I picked up. Yeah, it's the one that I think this is the same one that comes in the Radix 4. Super fast, great deal. You can find these for $80 on Jenny's RC, and the motors are $80 too. So $160, you get the 6S ESC and a 6S motor, and these rip hard. Everyone knows that. Anyway, run video coming to this soon. I've got to install all the electronics. So let's look over here. Nothing. So what we got here, 16 millimeter big bore aluminums. Really nice, the Mod 1 center diff with the aluminum diff case. All the spring steel drivetrain, the dog bones, the drive cups, universals, really nice stuff. These look like the new arms they got going on here. They're oversized. They're a high, what is that? It says high CC8 composite. I'm not sure what this composite is, but it's some kind of reinforced composite material. I was a victim of counterfeiting. Just playing. CNC machine. Is it doing it again? Trust me, I'm not a victim. I haven't turned this computer on in so long. Maybe it needs an update. Anyway, 5 millimeter shock towers, really nice CNC machined. Differentials with CNC cut spiral bevel gears and HD planetary gears, really nice looking. Extra large rubber sealed bearings. It has skid plates, really nice skid plates. So we normally got to buy T-bone bumpers, RPM skids, things like that. This has already got it on there. That's the cool thing about the Corrali rigs. They come with skid plates and they're a little bit more beefy. It's got some more features on here that are new, and we'll get to that once we unbox it. But I like the look of this. It just looks beefy, It's really nice. And I've been waiting for this for what seems like, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months, but it's probably like 3. Anyway, it's here. So let's unbox it. Okay. So, as you know, Team Corrali is a championship racing team based in, I believe, Belgium. And they make some really nice race kits. They have since the late 80s. I think 89, 86, something like that. And so they're a race bred team first, but they've been making bashers lately. And this is their latest version. And it looks legit, guys. Oh, wow. It's like a complete bag. That's a kind of a cool feature. It's in a bag. Oh, this is thick. That's thick. It's thick like the armor bodies and stuff. Thick, a little thin here, maybe a little thin there, but up here and everywhere where it counts, it's thick. This is their own brands for their electronics here. Of course, tethers, they're nice and long. It's a little faux light bar here. Some roof skids would be nice. Anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes. So this is basically an 8th scale buggy that's been braced and it's been updated and turned into a monster truck. I have to say it just by looking at this, the composites, they look great. You can see that they have a new composite here. I didn't have any problem with their old stuff. The V1, I guess, stuff was kind of bad. I've got a V1.5. It's pretty good. The V1.5 has got the metal front suspension brace, but everything else is pretty much still a V1 on my Python. And so the V1 arms, they held up for me. And but this is the new stuff. This would be kind of like V3 stuff. That new composite that I talked about earlier. Anyway, let's break it down. So we've got 17 millimeter wheels and tires. They feel good. They feel stiff. They feel almost like a stadium truck wheel and tire, but just bigger. The nice low profile, pretty stiff, and the lugs feel good. I think they'll do really well. And like I said, they got the new composite. It's got 16 millimeter aluminum big bores with adjustable collars. It's got these new shock guards on them. Pretty nice. They just came out with beefy shock towers. This is the new tower-to-tower brace that they're offering, and you guys could get these for your previous models as well. They have the long one and the short one. This is the short one, which would fit like the buggies. But it ties into the front bulkhead and the front shock tower, and the same in the rear. As you can see, it's braced here and down here pretty heavily. And speaking of braces, these chassis braces in here, it's hard to see them. Let me flip it. They're pretty solid. They're like one solid whole piece until the very end over here where the center shaft is at. They're really, really beefy looking. Here, you can probably see through here. So that's a solid piece all the way straight down and just up here. And it looks like it's got some gussets on it as well for more strength. It looks nice. Adjustable turnbuckles, beefy ones. Now, they were set to come out with fixed links, but at the last minute, Corrali made this change, and we appreciate that, guys. It's also got droop screws. You know, it is the buggy chassis. Look underneath. You know, it's got droop screws. These skids are very, very nice. The hardware they use is top notch. It does have washers for added durability in the areas where it goes through plastic here. Super nice. The arms look beefy. They're stamped Team Corrali right here. If you could look and see this, they have the stampings on them. It's pivot valve suspension. These got the new HD hubs. I never had a problem with the buggies popping out, but I guess some people with the big Kronos wheels and tires, if you hit the right way on a bad landing, you know, these fronts would pop. But Team Corrali did go ahead and redesign these, and they send them to people for free. All you got to do is ask. They also send V1 owners the V2 service pack for free, and that's crazy. Like I said, it's like a Max 10. It's like the Max 10 SCT maybe. Looks like a Max 10 SCT rebranded. I'm probably going to put a bigger ESC in here and gear up this motor a bit. First off, I'm just going to gear the motor up. There's a mount right here for the Team Corrali aluminum fan, and it fits right here and it blows right on the end bell area of that motor. It's really nice. Spring steel, really good. Everything seems really beefy. The big old crash bar up here with the foam already on it, inspired by Rich Duper Bash and RC Dude 81. You know, always putting the foam pieces up here and stuff like that. Pretty cool. It's already done for us. This is really nice. Like I said, these high voltage servos, they rip hard too, and it's got an aluminum horn on it already. Your box right here for your receiver. That's like the pivot ball suspension, like I said. Let's check this bumper. Oh yeah, it's got some pretty good flex to this bumper. It seems to be okay. So it's kind of just it's not connected here on the bumper area. I mean, it's not connected to the bulkhead really. It just kind of bolts in right through there. Now I don't know how strong that's actually going to be. To be quite honest with you, that looks like the only weak part on this whole rig. Can you see it flexed right there? It's just this little part. It's only that. It's the only thing that that shock absorber is not hooked to anything on the bulkhead. And that's odd. Team Corrali, if you're listening, go ahead and connect this to this. This wheelie bar is really nice. Ball bearings. Captured pin. It's adjustable. Everything looks really beefy here. It's got 70-75 hinge pin retainers underneath these covers here. So that's really cool too. Spring steel and 70-75. Can't go wrong, guys. That's her. Team Corrali Sketer 4S. Peace. Couple things I think I forgot to mention. This crash bar or upper brace, it's held in here by pins with little O-rings, and underneath that, it's hard to get a shot of it, is the aluminum center diff housing. Very, 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 very nice. Also, these are 5mm shock towers, and I believe the chassis is 3mm. Also, it's got more stamping, the Team Corrali stamping there. It's Team Corrali stamped on the arms, on the lower part of the arms here and there. Also, I forgot to mention, it's got sway bars. It's really hard to get a good, there we go. Sway beezies. And also the remote. I didn't talk about the remote. It's kind of more basic than the other one, I'd say. I kind of think the other one was a little bit more better in the hand. It had a rubber grip here. Basic controls. It's got foam wheel. I like the other one better, to be quite honest with you. We'll see how it goes, though. It might... now, you saw a lot of footage of this in the beginning. I was focusing on the wheels, but if you look, this has got... these are almost like flat beads. You see where it goes flat like that? This is really good material used on these tires. And, of course, the wheels look great. The only thing, let me see, the bumper. I watched my video, and I'm going to edit this in. You really can't see what I'm trying to show you here. Maybe you can see now. So this little area here is the only thing connected. There's like a plate that goes down that connects this bumper. This shock absorber on the bumper right here is floating. It's free floating. You see that? You see this? Watch it bend. See? So I think that Corrali should have some bracing from here to the bulkhead on that. That could be screwed on and off somehow. That would be really, really nice, because this bumper is probably the only weak point on this rig that I could tell. We shall see. But everything else is pretty braced really nice and really beefy. Like, let's get a better shot of this. Like I said, it's braced to the shock tower and down here to the bulkhead. And then it goes to the center diff housing, crash bar area here. And then back the same way here, bulkhead, rear bulkhead, shock tower. These shock towers are thick. Now, Corrali makes a lot of upgrades. They have 70, 75. And they also have carbon fiber upgrades. Recently, these arms are pretty beef, but they make the inserts, the carbon fiber inserts for the 6S line arms. I may get those for my Python. Python might not need it, but like the wider arm stuff, like the Punisher, Chrono, stuff like that with the real wide arms, that might be a good option. And these shocks, I had footage of me messing with these shocks, and it didn't record for some reason. Like all this kind of stuff, like looking how the plushness is. And so I'm adding this in at the end of the video, guys, so bear with me. So this video might not be released until this eve. But these are plush. They're big boards. They're super plush. You've got a couple adjustments here. You got a couple adjustments down there. It's pretty cool stuff, guys. Yeah, those skids are straight beef. Everything on this is beef. It just screams quality. I'm going to up the pinion, like the Team Corrali logo there too. I'm going to up the pinion and eventually probably put a 6S ESC. I don't think I'm going to run it on a 6S very often, but I just want that extra, punch. And then, of course, geared up, you might want a little bit more than 100. And this is maybe a 120. It says 135. I'm thinking it's 20. It's a max 10. So you're going to want that 150. But listen to that. It's freaking cool, guys. So yeah, let me edit my video. I've already did a video, and now I'm going to have to edit it again because of I forgot a couple things, and also a whole section of my video, the file was corrupted the whole time I'm talking about the suspension and everything like that. So, yeah, love it. Team Corrali, Sketer. Peace.